You sure do. Well, as you could see in this during the dialogue, there was like a new diary entry, and that just gave us this little line there. Also, I feel constantly silly for pointing at the screen. Gah. At least you don't see me pointing at the screen, but now I said it anyways. Oh well. Okay, that pretty much seems to be the end of our quest. We just need to go back to Farum, say
Hey, you!
Tell him that he can. There we go.
I know how to resolve your trouble with the militia.
And how would that be?
Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, wants to hear your story about the militia and the fish.
And you think he can make the militia leave me alone?
At least that's what he said.
Great, thank you. I cannot give you much, but wait. I found this strange blue stone on one of the islands off the coast of Corinthus. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but someone like you will certainly find a use for it.
An aquamarine we got. I don't know why it actually says always like it's written together. I guess it's just a weird bug. And we got, well, the stone here, worth 100 bucks. It looks like a little world, but oh well. Well, we can't we could basically sell it, but maybe get a use for it later on in the game. So that's pretty much one of the first many quests in the harbor. They're all pretty straightforward, easy to make, and usually always take one single step. Also, just to show off, the complete missions is now filled with the trouble of the militia. Sadly, there's no like conclusion to this quest, like what he did in the end, which I remember it was in the first game and actually had a nice touch, but in the second game they just decided to scrap that, probably because they were just too lazy to write a conclusion to every single quest in this game. Oh no, well, let's go on. Hey, is that, yeah, that's Halvar. He has no fish for us.
Hey, do you need fish? Get your fish here, fresh from the depths of the sea.
He's kind of like the, oh god, how is that guy called again from Asterix and Obelix? I know automatics, but who is he called?
Show me your fish.
Verleinig? Okay, maybe he probably has a different name in English. Oh well, yeah, that's what he does. He sells fish. Period. Not more, not less, but there's a, well, there's a little catch. Yeah, literally a catch behind him. He's even so fancy and has got a shield. Halvor's fish slimy skate. Well, that's certainly advertising. Also, this is his hut, and if you go in there, that's something interesting to note.
You have no business being here.
He is not very appreciative.
You're not quite as stupid as you look.
Yeah, he doesn't like it in particular, but maybe I can just show that off for the heck of it. There's a fun little bug, which is if you sidestep in huts, they won't care for some odd reasons. So yeah, I can steal his fish and everything else in here. Could also know I can't loot the chest. There's a lock. And he doesn't care, but as soon as I walk normally, he is coming.
You have no business being here. Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look.
And as far as I could tell from the comments, it also helps to get past the guards, which is actually quite a hilarious bug. But anyways, let's go on. We meet our next person, Edda.
What are you cooking there?
Oh, fish soup. It's not all that tasty, but at least it's hot. You can try a plateful, if you like.
What can you tell me about the city?
Most citizens in this town are afraid of thieves. Therefore, it's not a good idea to enter strange houses. But if you're looking for a place to stay overnight, you're welcome to sleep in my hut. There's an extra bed that you can have.
Aren't you afraid of thieves?
The only valuable thing that I ever owned has already been taken. Oh, someone stole my statue of Ignaz.
Could you cook me some soup?
I cook for everybody. For you too, if you want. All you need to do is bring me a fish.
Could you cook me some soup?
Nothing could be simpler. Here, have a plate.
You know, I don't know why, but her voice acting is really discomforting. I don't know why they made her sound like that, but it's really fucking scary. But yeah, what she basically does is, we give her a fish, if I can find it, for God's sake. Where is it? Oh, I don't have a regular fish. And she gives us fish soup, which restores 5 more hit points, and is a little bit more worth. But yeah, I think I won't sleep in her hut. She kind of sounds like a Black Widow to me. But yeah, that would be her hut where you could basically sleep in, but you can also just sleep in the brothel. Just can take a bed, you don't even need to pay Bromor for it. But it doesn't really matter anyway, since you barely sleep in the in this place. But okay, let's get moving. We have still a lot of destinations in this place. This guy here is Carl. He's a random blacksmith, and honestly, he's not that important. I won't even bother talking to him, because the only thing you can do is learn strength, and you have to pay him 50 bucks first, which is way overpriced, because there are people who do it for free, so it's basically really pointless. But we have another funny fellow here, called Ignaz.
Ah, you've come just in time. I'm in need of an assistant for a magic experiment. I'm sure you're eager to do me a favor for science's sake.
Easy, my friend. First tell me what this is all about.
I have developed a new spell, a spell of oblivion. I've already successfully carried out a few practical applications, but I don't have time to conduct one final test.
What's in it for me if I help you?
I could teach you how to brew potions. I know the recipes for healing and mana essences, and for potions of great speed.
Tell me more about the experiment and the spell.
The spell serves to make somebody forget various events. So far, I have only found it to work when the person in question is angry, for instance. If he has been knocked down or robbed. Even if he has only witnessed such a deed, he will scratch it from his memory.
So I'm supposed to knock somebody down and then put a spell on him?
Well, missing dialogue.
Yes, I think you get the point. But to make somebody angry, it is enough to attack him. You don't have to knock him down. So you should pick somebody who's by himself. If there are other people around, you'll just get into trouble with Lord Andre. Also, it makes no sense to cast the spell on someone who's busy attacking you. Wait for the right moment.
All right, I'll try out that spell.
Then take this spell scroll and find yourself a suitable guinea pig. Once you're done, come back and tell me how it went.
Okay, new quests and new stuff to do. We got a scroll of oblivion. Well, there won't be funny creatures spawning out of a giant portal, but at least somebody will forget something. And, well, okay, first we do a quick save. Now, we need to find a person who's on his own, and probably is easy to knock down. Well, I found our target, or our guinea pig. Okay, let's just make him angry by... nice thing.
Filthy thief, just you wait.
And combat against these simpletons is actually pretty easy. But the thing you basically do is block, strike, There's just one problem, that they sometimes make awkward pauses like these. And there's also one certain problem with so-called critical hits, like that. You saw that I took a truckload of damage, and that was a critical hit.
Go.
Also, I just reload. Bah. The problem with critical hits is that to the weapon damage, it adds the strength of a NPC. And the strength of an NPC is quite high on those harbor guys.
Thief, just you wait.
And because I have so little HP, it does a truckload of damage to me, and for the most parts it's actually just instant. It's an instant knockdown, which is really obnoxious at the beginning. See, again, it was one single strike. The problem is sometimes they make a really awkward pause which you don't see coming.
Never try to steal from me again.
You know, I did a test recording and did that perfectly on the first try. Now, Dad. I love your fraps. You have really that curse that
Filthy thief,
if it's needed, it just everything goes horribly wrong. The problem is it's really hard to predict when they're going to do that awkward pause. Oh, thank you, game, for just slowing down. Ow! That's not fair, he clipped through the table, you douchebag. And it doesn't it's always better that you do a forward attack, because if they move forward, because they always move backwards if they get hit. Okay, there we go. Okay, we take a sickle. Might as well loot that guy when we're on it. Also, got a healing potion. Since he damaged us, is a little, well, payment. Okay. Might as well loot everything else here and wait for him to get up. We need to really rate how.
We'll talk about that.
Now we can do it. We really need to wait until he said his phrase, I believe.
I used the spell scroll.
Fine, fine. And were you successful?
Yes, it worked.
Excellent. One small success for science, but a big one for me. Now, I can use my time to instruct you in the arts of alchemy. I could also give you some useful things if you want.
Your P can instruct us how to make oh, I just cut that out. He just said that you need to have a flask with you if you go to the alchemy table and know the recipe. He has some nifty potions, basic healing and basic mana, plus a potion of speed. But we won't be needing them. And that's the alchemist bench. If you don't have a flask, it just goes what with. Also, there's a book stand we can read. The ingredients for potions, you have to read them in these books. Or sooner or later you also just realize it with common sense what ingredients you need. Although, well, quest done. I really love this, that you just knock him down and use the spell scroll on him, but well, he's the perfect target for that. What can you say? It's like, he's on a silver plate. Look at me, I have valuable stuff you can nick. And I'm also alone and a rather weak fighter. Okay, moving on. Let's see. You know, after all this brawling, I'm up for a drink. So let's go to the bar, I suppose. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Let's see, what is it called? Tavern Pegleg. Ah, there's certainly some scurvy sea dogs in there. Also, quick save. Just to make sure. Jesus, was it?
Hey, I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
How interesting. Now that's typical.
Ah, so this is the harbor watering hole. And there I was, taking it for the governor's palace.
Hey, cut out the bad jokes, Runt. Otherwise you'll be chewing the cobblestone.
I don't believe that. Everybody knows by now.
Are you trying to make trouble for me?
Sure, I'm a master at making trouble.
These are bad
So
lines.
defend yourself, Runt.